My employer made an accounting error in my compensation, and say they overpaid me $13,000 over 4 years, and now they want me to pay them back. I'm in sales. My employer made an accounting error in my compensation, over 4 years and 3 months in calculating my commission, and they say that now I owe them $13,000. That's $255 per month overpay over 51 months. Now they want to either 1. Take it out of my pay at $500 per month, or 2. Invoice me and have me pay them $500 per month. Is this legal? What should I tell them? Get an attorney ASAP. Don't agree to or sign anything without your lawyer present. Tell them you need a copy of all evidence showing this error so you can examine yourself. And consult an attorney. If you're a W-2 employee, they would also have to file 941 amendments over 4 years and should pay to amend your personal tax returns too. Not to mention your state filings. It took them 4 years to find this out, and they're demanding you pay it back in 26 months. Unreasonable. Are they charging interest? Get a lawyer if for nothing else to negotiate reasons pay back. Are they correct that you were overpaid? Do they have proof? Yes, they have spreadsheets, and I believe they are acting in good faith based on their accounting error. Not sure a spreadsheet is proof. Are you comparing that to your bank statement from direct deposit or payroll checks? Call an employment lawyer. Typically you can get free advice over the phone. If it's an actual case, they'll let you know, but if it isn't, they can give you next steps. Many states have a limit on how far back you can recoup overpayment accounting errors. Some as small as 90 days beyond the period it's their loss. My view: get an attorney for this. NAL. I do run payroll in CA and in Florida. Prior to signing or agreeing to anything, you need to have a conversation with your CPA on refilling. And ask the company what they are going to compensate you. For example, are they willing to pay your CPA to refile? It's legal as long as they can prove it was definitely a genuine overpayment. Honestly, I'd have a frank discussion with them on what you can afford to pay back. Getting used to the extra $255 then having to pay back $500 a month would be a monthly shortfall of $755 to you, which is quite a big slice of pie depending on your overall earnings. Be honest with yourself about what you can really afford and put that forward. If you genuinely believed you were entitled to that money, used it in good faith and actually relied on it to pay bills, then you could ask them to write some of it off as a goodwill gesture based on your performance record at work. They might be willing to do that to get you to sign off on the repayment plan. If repayment is going to be hard, I'd even go to my manager and ask for a pay rise, explaining how difficult the situation that payroll has put you in. They might be willing to nudge it up a little. What I am trying to say is that your options are really on the negotiating table. They need you to agree to mutually equitable terms. Edit. As others have pointed out, there are some exceptions, so to know which state you are in would allow for a more accurate answer for you. Great point there on the $755 vs $500 as actual financial impact on life. You need to consult with a lawyer. Stop listening to people offering advice and go seek out an employment attorney. They will be able to give you a real idea on what you can, should do. It may have already been said, but there is likely a statute of limitations of these kind of things. If they can require you to pay it back, they'll likely only be able to collect 2 years of overpayment, or whatever timeframe the statute is. Call a lawyer. Don't be afraid to do it for fear of losing your job. Your only priority is protecting yourself. Don't sign anything. Call an attorney like yesterday. At the least, they should not suggest you have to pay it back at twice the rate they gave it to you. Find an attorney. If you learn that you need to pay it back, make this point loud and clear. What is your location? 50 different states, 50 different sets of laws. They incorporated and physically located in California. While selling for them, I personally was in California for 2 years, and then 5 years in Florida. I still work for them as full-time employee and still live in Florida. There is likely a statute of limitations. Doing a brief search, CA has a 3-year and Florida 4-year SOL. Depending on how clear-cut the error is, and it's not just we meant to do X but instead did Y, you may or may not owe the money back. Do you have a contract or written documentation showing how you were supposed to be paid that is different from how they actually paid you? I work for a government agency in California and the statute is 3 years. Please consult a labor attorney and the labor board.